I'm over here sipping some of my juice before, but what it do, my peeps? How are you guys? I am, I'm really excited for today's episode. Really, really excited to talk about this topic. But how are you guys feeling? Comment down below. Well, if you're watching this, because it'll be on YouTube and you can comment. But yeah, how are you guys feeling? Or ask yourselves right now. If you guys haven't asked yourself how you're feeling, ask yourself. If you haven't said an affirmation today, say something real quick. I am excited. I am energized. I am blessed. Whatever it is, whatever the case you may be. I've been saying a lot. I am creative today. I am creative. I am inspiring because, I do, because today's a little bit kind of like content today. So I like to say like I'm creative that way. I do bring out my creativity. You know what I'm saying? And just remind myself that I am creative and I have my own creativity, like not comparing myself to any other, anything else, you know what I'm saying, or any other content, stuff like that. And what was I going to say? But yeah, saying those things, I am excited and all that good stuff. But I am really excited for today's episode because I didn't know what exactly I wanted to talk. Well, I had one topic. Because I do film 2 episodes at the same time. You know what I'm saying? That's my little thing. Because, just to like film my content, like I said, content days, obviously I'm not going to film an episode like every week for the next week, because that's just like, I like to plan out and then just to have it, that way you're not worrying about, you know what I'm saying? And so I do film 2 episodes one day. And I had one topic that I wanted to talk about. And I didn't really have like another one. I had other topics in mind, but they weren't really calling my attention. And today was content day. And I took some pictures like, me showing like a lot of skin, like very out there kind of. And go follow me on social media so you guys can check them out. And I was taking the pictures and I just like kind of noticed how I took a lot of pictures more than usual. But like I said, because it was like it was with a bra, my little chonies. But I had a flannel. Because again, it's like, it's something new for me because I don't really take pictures like, with like, you know what I'm saying, with like lingerie or anything like that. And it's just like, clothes. And sometimes, yeah, I have like a crop top or like just a tube top or something, showing with more skin. But I don't really take those type of pictures, because I mean, it's not like I don't like them, but they're not like, that's not the content I really want to put out there. It's like me, outfits and makeup. And I was like, I was taking the pictures, and at first I was like, but like I wouldn't have said yes if it's not something I kind of wanted to do, because it's also me getting out of my comfort zone and just like embracing myself, my body, and just loving me, and just like, feeling myself, and because I don't really like, I'm this might be too much information, but like I don't really wear underwear a lot. Well, I barely wear any underwear, like, because it's just like not, I don't know. And I wear a lot of like sports bras, cami sports bra. I don't really wear like, like a bra, where it's like, so like I don't, and this was like a matching set, and it was just kind of nice, like just, I was like in front of the mirror seeing how I'm gonna pose or whatever, but just like, seeing myself and just like not judging myself, okay? At first it was like it doesn't, like this or that, but I'm like, you know what? No, like it's not about judging myself. It's about embracing it, about loving me, complimenting myself. I was complimenting myself on it and saying, like, you look beautiful, like you are beautiful just the way you are, you know what I'm saying, and all that good stuff. But I throw on a little flannel because it's not like, I'm just also just, I don't know, I guess because I'm still not like, like too comfortable, but it's a start, me like getting out of my comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? But it's not like I was covered up with a flannel, like it was, you know, and it just kind of like took me back on like how I used to be really shy, you know? And this is today's topic. We're talking about shyness, cuz I was just so shy, like very very shy and very like not, I've always been kind of like a thin girl, and I don't know, like that's just always how I've been. And some people like would, I'd kind of get like, like judged on it, or like saying like, a lot of family members, even till now, like, oh my God, Mija, like, you're so skinny. Do you not eat this, and that? And, like, I'm like, dude, like, what the fuck? Like, just leave me the fuck alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, why? Stop worrying about me. Like, worry about yourself. Like, I'm fine. This is just how I am. Like, the fuck, And so, like, I mean, I'm gonna get like into clothes first or whatever. So I was just like always kind of shy of like, I mean, when I was a little girl, I seemed like going through my pictures, I seemed very confident, like very always like, there's a lot of pictures of me just like, I don't know, like I just see it too. Like I feel it, like I was very confident, obviously because, you're a little girl, this and that, with my little mini skirts, little tank tops and stuff like that. But once I started getting older, like, I think I even remember even like elementary school, like I was just so, I mean, I've always been shy with everything, but, and I'm talking about clothing first, like being shy about like, showing skin or anything like that. I never ever wore a skirt to school. Not in elementary school, not in, well, in elementary school, I don't know if maybe like kinder for a second, when like Rita would still have a say of like how to dress me and stuff like that. But I like remember like third, fourth, fifth, whole middle school. I mean, in high school, I didn't wear dresses or anything. Like, I was like all sweats. You know what I'm saying? But I never wore a skirt again because, like, I was like, like I'd get judged on like how thin I was and stuff like that. Like bullied, to be honest. And I didn't want to obviously wear a skirt because they'd be like, oh, look at your chicken legs. Like that was like a big one. Like, oh, look at your chicken legs. Like, you have your legs are so skinny, and with my arms too, So it's like, I never wanted to show, like, dude, like if it was fucking hot as fuck, I stay in the sweats. I'd keep my fucking sweater on. I would not take it off because I didn't want to show my arms. I didn't want to show my legs, So that was that. And even in middle school, like, I never, dude, like, at first I was wearing, I remember in middle school I wore like, I started off with Dickies. And now it's like a whole thing with females wearing, baggy pants, this and that, like the boyfriend jeans and all this stuff, or even just like guy pants. But I was getting like bullied for it, saying like, oh, why are you wearing guy pants, this and that, like they look hella baggy on you, like it looks like you're dressing like a boy and all this shit. So then I was like, well, fuck, let me find some, but it's because it was hard for me to like, I used to be like a fucking 00, dead ass. And it was hard to like find, some fucking, I had to wear khaki in middle school, some khaki pants that would like actually fit me and that were like long enough because I have pretty long legs too. And they'd like fit hella short, or like, it was just a whole issue. But it took me just kind of back to that, and like, not in a bad way, but like just like, taking in the moment like how much I've grown and like how I'm not shy in any type of way, because I was a really really shy girl, like, you guys, so shy, like in school, talking to people, like, and everything. I'm gonna first talk like a little bit like, how shy I was and stuff like that, and then I'm gonna like how I overcame it, and it's like I recently kind of overcame it. So like, that was that. And then like in school, like, I was just, the main thing why like I was shy was because I didn't have confidence. I didn't have confidence in myself, you know. And another thing was of me being judged, you know. I wouldn't want to talk to nobody, like nobody. Like I was just shy to talking to people because I didn't want to be judged, you know. And like in school, I was a smart student. And I most of the time, like, like I might have known the answer or stuff like that, but I wouldn't raise my hand because I was shy, because I didn't want to be wrong, you know? And that was my thing. Like, I was like scared of being wrong. Like, I just wanted to be right. But see, that's the process of learning. Like, if I'm not wrong, how am I going to learn from it? And that's with like anything, it's not always about being right, and it's not about always doing the right thing, and like, whatever. Like, if then it's like you did something wrong, or like said something wrong, it's like you learn from it. That way, like the next time you don't do it wrong again, you like then get it right or do it even better, So I was just, and even like with talking to people, like I was cool with people, like I didn't have problems with nobody, but I wouldn't really like talk to them, and I've always had, I guess, like, well, a bestie, throughout the years. And I was just like, comfortable there. I didn't want to talk to somebody else or have some other friends because, like I was comfortable with that person. Like, we knew each other well, and, like we were besties at that time. And, it's not like I knew they weren't going to judge me. They wouldn't say these things. And that's why I was like shy to talk to others, because I didn't want them to judge me, like it was like, fuck, I'm starting to talk to this whole different person, and it's like having to get to know them and them knowing me. That was another thing. Like I didn't really want them to know me, so and dude, like even just like I was just like the shyest person, you guys, like so fucking shy, like I was just like there, like I was super super shy. And that's again because like I didn't have confidence, I didn't have confidence in myself. I didn't believe in myself. And even like, dude, that was like throughout my whole high school. No, not high school. Well, high school, yeah, but like I was going to say throughout my whole school life, I've always just been shy, like I wasn't that like outgoing student, or, like having all these friends, like talking to everybody. Like I said, I didn't have problems with nobody, but I wouldn't like talk like that to people, like outgoing and stuff like that. Very introvert to me, which I still kind of am, but like I'm not shy anymore. And that was the thing too. Like I just always be like, I'm shy, like just asking the teacher for something, or like asking to go to the bathroom. Literally, like I was just so shy, and I mean, now I'm not. But again, because like I was just saying like, oh, I'm just shy, like I tell Rita, or like be like, oh, I'm just so shy. And that's like me speaking it into existence, like me saying, like, obviously if I keep saying I'm shy, I'm going to be shy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I was just throughout my whole school, even college, because high school, it got like a little bit, I feel like every year it just kind of got a little bit like more and more, like I just kept getting a little bit shyer and shyer, because high school was like, it's like hella more kids, and college, fuck, dude, like I thought college would be help me, like to be a little bit more, and I try, but it gets a little bit intimidating, because college, it's like all these students, and like trying to be the best, you know, like that. And that's, you see it too, you know, like there's a lot of like, you know, judging too. And again, like it's like I'm like, oh, it's college, you know, like I'm getting my degree, I don't want to be wrong, I need to be right, you know. So I didn't want to fucking raise my hand and answer at all because I didn't want to be wrong, you know. And then these kids saying like, oh, um she's wrong, like she ain't smart enough, like, you know, just thinking like that. And because, you know, like, because there a lot of kids are like that, especially in college. Then there's those fucking students that hella kiss the fucking professor's ass, you know what I'm saying? So you just like feel it, you know. And that's, but again, that's because I would judge myself too, you know. And because I would judge myself, I'd be like, oh, I think like, fuck, I feel like I'm not smart enough, you know, like I really ain't. And then I think these people are going to judge me. And I wouldn't really say, like, I think other students would be smarter than me. I'd be like, damn, dude, like this person is way smarter than me, this one looks like, you know. And it's like, that's, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't judge yourself, that way you're not judging others, because everybody's different, you know. That's great if somebody knows the answer, somebody really might be smarter, but that's them. You, if you don't know it, whatever, if you don't have that knowledge, then gain it, you know, learn. And that is how you're going to learn, with being wrong. Like now it's like, I love if I'm wrong. Like that means I'm learning something new. I am improving, you know, because if you're just best, if you just think, you know, like you're the best, like you're right, this and that, it's kind of like you're just stuck there, you know. And with wrong, it's like, okay, you're wrong, you're elevating, you know. You might be wrong here or whatever, you're elevating, you know. So yeah, I was just, and with, that was like, well, college, I started working. And at work, I wasn't as shy because it's work, you know. So it's like, I went in already knowing like what the fuck to do. It's not like school where there was like a right or wrong answer. Like obviously I got hired because I was good, you know, because I knew how to do the job. And it's just like kind of doing the same thing, you know. So I just, you know, and it was like work, not like going into school with like all these students, you know, and like shit like that. Well, yeah, you have your coworkers, but again, I would go in just going into work, you know, like, and I do my job. I wouldn't go in to make friends, you know what I'm saying? And there was one of my managers, I remember, and she'd be like, fuck, dude, like, yeah, I do my work really good, like extremely good, but I just like always kind of have this serious ass face. And I don't talk to like my coworkers, you know, like I don't communicate. And she said like she wanted us to like, you know, collaborate more, like me communicating, just us in general communicating with each other. And you know, like, but I didn't, I'd put up that front, you know, like I'd put that face on, like that front, that mood, like don't fucking talk to me. You know what I'm saying? I guess I put my resting bitch face on. Because I didn't want nobody to talk to me. I was like, I'm just going into work and there, you know, like I didn't, it was just like, you know. But that's because I was still kind of shy. And that's a thing that I noticed. Since I was shy, I didn't really want to like express it, like that I was shy. So I'd kind of like put up that front, you know, to like hide that shyness, and just so people wouldn't come up to me and like talk to me or wanting to fuck with me, you know. So, and it's just like, it ain't, that's not good, because like I was putting like I've always, I'm a very nice person, you know, like I'm fun, but I wouldn't be myself, you know. That was another thing. I wouldn't be myself at school. I wouldn't be myself at work. You know, at school, it's like I would go in trying to be perfect, trying to be a smart kid, you know, trying to be right, trying to get it all right. And at work, it was like I'd go in with this face, with this front, and just not wanting nobody to fuck with me, you know, because I was shy. And it's like I didn't want them to know that I was like shy. So it's like I'd put up this front and people would think like, oh, I'm mean, you know, and it was like just pretending to be somebody that I really wasn't, you know. And it's like, if I was just myself, like, it's just express yourself, you know. And again, not judging yourself. That way you don't judge others and you don't give a fuck about if others judge you or not, because you know who the fuck you are and you're just being yourself and you love you for yourself. And that's what I didn't have. You know, I was so worried about getting criticized, about being judged and all this stuff that I wasn't me out there, you know. And that has a lot to do too why like I wouldn't find, like, not find the right people, but I guess kind of fit in with like people like me, you know, because I had put up this front, you know, and like this thing, like when I was drinking, it's like after it was just like I just got into it, you know, and it was just like a habit and a thing of like me just escaping reality and, you know, literally just being numb. But that really wasn't who I am, because if I caught myself sober for a little bit, I'd be like, dude, like, I really don't want to do this, you know, like, it ain't really me, like, and it ain't helping my goals, you know. And I start thinking about it, but then those people, too, that I was surrounding myself with, they just, like, you know, hit me up, you know, and it wasn't people, like, that really, you know, were, like, I could relate to, because, again, they were just drinking people. Like, if I was, you know, if I call myself sober again, and I wanted, or if I had an issue, a serious issue, you know, like a problem, or I just needed somebody really to talk to, I didn't feel like I would be able to talk to those people, because they weren't really my people, you know? But yeah, I feel like I'm getting a little bit off track. No, but it just like all ties in together, you know? I thought like at work, you know, it would help me. But again, it wasn't, because I'd pretend to be somebody that I wasn't. I feel like I was like a lot like that throughout the years, you know, for a really long time. Because with drinking too, like I said, I wouldn't stop. And because I feel like I had this image to keep up, you know, like I was like the fucking drinking buddy, you know, like I was the drinking person. I used to drink a lot, you know, and I could out drink a lot of people. And it's like I I felt like I had to keep up that image or something, you know. But that really wasn't me, and that wasn't who I wanted to be. And then I felt like that was a way for me not to be shy. But that's like not a good way, you know, because I felt like that, because, you know, when you drink, I get so stupid. I feel like I'd be outgoing, you know, talking to people, but I don't even know what the fuck I was talking about. I was just talking stupid ass shit, you know, just fucking going up to other people and like wanting to drink even more, you know, like it wasn't outgoing for good reasons, you know, to like grow or like anything, like, you know. And you feel like, oh, you know, with a little alcohol, I just loosen up, you know, whatever. But it's not really like loosening up. It's like this other fucking spirit taking over yours. Like it's not you. It really ain't you at all. And I felt like I I thought that was making me unshy. You know, I'd fucking go drunk to school. I'd go high. I'd fucking be able to, you know, on one. And I'd be like, oh, you know, just so I'm like a little less shy. But it really wouldn't help, because again, it wasn't me at all. And sometimes I feel like it would just make it even worse, because it would just all kick in. You know, it's like, yeah, I'd push it, but at the end of the day, it would just like then all come up, and I'd be like, fuck, dude, like, you know, then I'd worry, like, fuck, like, they're gonna smell me, they're gonna think this and that, or whatever. you know? So then I'd just be like, dude, what the fuck did I get myself into? But I think what really helped, to be honest, was literally chilling by myself. Like during this, when the fucking pandemic hit, obviously we had to be fucking isolated, not go out or nothing. And that's when I started to like really just be with me. I mean, in the beginning, it was not yet because I was still really getting hella on one and shit like that. But then after, that's what really helped because I learned me. I learned more about me. I learned to not judge myself and literally just love myself, you know? And because you guys, like, that's what it is with shyness. When you're just shy, it's because you're scared. You're scared of like being judged or being wrong. But, I learned that it's okay to be wrong, that nothing is perfect. Even if you want something to go the right way, like you have a plan, if something doesn't go how you want it to be, it's not the end of the world. You know, always just remain positive and think that it's what's best for you. It's what's going to help you grow. It's what's going to get you to connect to your highest self. It's whether it's good or bad, like it's just the best for you, and always remain positive. Made a little smoothie during the break. Well, my break. For you guys, not really, because go straight back into it. You know what I'm saying? Really good. It's banana. Let me just tell you guys, if you guys were wondering, it's banana, blueberries, and pistachio. How the fuck you say it? Homemade milk that Abigail made. So fucking fire, dude. Like the bananas were just right. Too good. Cause we don't be drinking cow milk up in this BZ. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I still do have some cheese here and there, but honestly, I really try not to, because then I get some really bad fucking allergies. Anywho, oh shit, I almost fucking fell forward because I'm rocking in the chair. Whatever. Where was I exactly? I think I was on how like really chilling by myself during the pandemic or whatever has really helped me. Like that changed literally everything. I'm just going from there. I think that's where I left off. But no, yeah, because before that, I never really would chill by myself, like I didn't have a 9 to 5. I was out of school, so it was just like really, it was just like hanging out with me, like, and just I like I said in the beginning, I was literally just like fucking around. I was still sipping a lot and doing all this shit, getting hella on one. And I started burning even more, started burning really tough. And so I was just, literally fucked up the whole time in the beginning. But then after, when I was like, okay, I really want to get better. Like, I want to stop doing. I mean, I kept drinking, kind of, but I stopped doing a drug, and I kept burning, but not as much. I took a little break because it was just too much, you guys. I mean, I was still like kind of lost, and when I stopped doing that certain drug, it was like, okay, I'm kind of like, and I wasn't drinking as much. I was still kind of drinking in the weekends here and there, but it was really hard at first, because like I'd stop, but I'd go through withdrawals, and then it was like right back into it again. So yeah, that's that. I'm getting a little bit off track, but I was like, okay, what do I want to do now? I don't have a job. I'm not going to school. What the fuck am I going to do in my life? And I just started doing things that really made me happy and that I wanted to do, and I was doing my own research and looking at videos, and just like learning about self-love, about self-care, learning about meditating, journaling. And that's when I really got into makeup, because before that, I don't even think I was uploading onto Instagram or anything. I didn't have a social media, dude. And this is only like about to be 3 years ago. And that's when I was like, well, fuck it. Like, let me get into social media. And I didn't before, again, because I was shy. And I was still kind of shy, but I was like, dude, like, I just need to put myself out there. Like, a lot of people would tell me, dude, you should do social media. Like, you do makeup so nice. Like, this and that. But I was just like, I kept thinking and like judging myself, saying, oh, but like, I'm not pretty enough, or um their makeup looks even better than mine. Like, my makeup skills are still not like up there, and like, I'm not using the best products. Like, I'm still using drugstore, and all these people are like using Too Faced and Anastasia, like the prestige makeup and stuff like that. But I was like, you know what? Like, fuck it. You just literally, it gets to that point where, dude, fuck it. I was like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I started gaining like, not a little bit confidence, but it was just like the I don't give a fuck phase. Like the I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm just gonna do it. It is what it is. Like, I love makeup, so let me do it. It was something I loved, and I was like, you know what? I don't give a fuck what anybody says or anything, and not judging me. So it's like, I don't care about others. How they do their makeup. Like, there was people that inspired me, and this and that. And I was like, but it's me, it's mine. They're my skills. you know so, because, dude, like, I haven't been into social media like hella long. And I started YouTube, like, I think a year after that, or a little more. I'm not sure, but that's when I was like, fuck it, dude, like, let me just start it. And I mean, I wasn't consistent or whatever, but I was still kind of shy. Like, I wouldn't upload consistent, and I wouldn't upload all the pictures. I started off with just pictures, not the videos. But I wouldn't upload all the pictures because I'd be like, fuck, like, it doesn't look that good. The lighting is bad, this and that. But instead of just like judging myself and saying, oh, this is bad, this and that, whatever, like, look at it like, okay, how can I improve it? How can I make my pictures better? Investing in some lighting, finding a better back. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. And that's what I did. I invested in some lighting. I got a tripod, that would help me. And that's when I just kept thinking, okay, how can I elevate? How can I elevate? I got the tripod and, that Bluetooth stuff. And so then I could do videos. And with videos, again, I wasn't, my phone at that time, I had an iPhone 8. And dude, that was like my favorite. Like, the camera was just awesome. But then it started getting fucked up and it was broken. And I was like, dude, like, like, fuck, like, this and that, like, what the fuck, and it was the front camera, I think. Yeah, because then I was like, well, dude, it ain't gonna stop me. It just gets to that phase. I feel like you get the fuck it phase, because I was like, fuck it, that's not gonna stop me. Let me use the back camera, you know? And at first, because the back camera and the front camera are very fucking different. Very fucking different. It gets, like, it's just different because the front camera, a lot of people use the front camera, like the selfies, because they already know their angles. You know what I'm saying? The back camera, it's like hard, and because it looks different. So I was like, fuck, what if it looks different? And this and that. But I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, who the fuck cares? Like, I was really like getting into the videos. Like, I was loving creating them and, like editing and all this stuff. And I was like, dude, like, I'm actually really loving this. I'm enjoying this. So I just kept at it, and I just did that, and but it was just makeup. At first, I just focused on makeup, and I've always been into fashion, you know, styling and all this stuff, but I never really put it out there, or like dress how I really wanted to, because, like, again, because of my body image, and I didn't want people judging me, and I was just like shy, like, I was just comfortable, and it's like I didn't really want to be myself. I was like shy. Like, I was just, shyness is like scared of really bringing out your true self. That's how I feel now, because I never was bringing the real me out, you know? I was just like shy of her, like, it's like I was scared, and I didn't want others to really see me because I thought they would judge me, you know? So, and I wouldn't, like, now the baggy jeans and all that shit are in, but like, I I would sometimes wear those before, and like I was just, but I was always into baggy too, because I didn't want to be tight. That way you couldn't see like my chicken legs or like my thin ass arms, and all that shit. And that's why I would wear baggier clothes. And but then I actually did like it, because I never really liked to be hella fitted and stuff like that. I'll do some here and there, like when I'm feeling it or whatever. But I like to be comfortable, like I like to move and stuff like that. So, but then people would be like, it was like, I'd wear tight clothes and, oh my God, you're so thin, you're so skinny, you're too skinny, this, and that. I'd wear baggy clothes, oh my God, you look like a boy, this, and that. So I was like, dude, like, I thought about it and I'm like, well, I ain't pleasing no fucking side. I'm gonna just fucking do whatever the fuck I want to do, you know? So that's why I didn't start off like in social media either, like my outfits and stuff like that. I think it was like a year later where I was like, you know what? Again, fuck it. Like, I want to bring out that side of me now. Like, I was done like hiding that part of me. I wanted to bring it out. I wanted to create outfits and actually show them, like give some inspo how you can style and stuff like that, you know? So then I started doing that, but it was hard for me at first. And people still I still get comments and all this body shame and stuff like that. But dude, that's just because they're judging themselves, They don't love themselves. And that's why then it's like they're hating on other people. When it's like, bro, focus on you, like, So I just literally do not pay attention to that. Like, fuck all that BS and shit like that. And that's what kind of helped a little bit with my shyness too, was when I was like transitioning, going into college, because I'm a first generation college student, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't have nobody there guiding me, helping me with anything. So I had to go out there. I had to get the help. I had to go to the workshops, attend these workshops. You know what I'm saying? Make these calls. Because, dude, I was even shy to call. Like, it's just calling, But it was just like, fuck, like, I don't know what to say. Like, how can I would literally, like, practice, dude. Like, practice so I can, make it right, and all this shit. But again, there ain't no right or wrong, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just have to go within, be you and do you, and that's how you'll learn and that's how you'll grow. So that was like kind of the first thing that kind of helped me, because I thought like, yo, if I like shyness, me being afraid is not gonna help me at all. How am I, like, it's okay to ask for help. Like, I need to find my own way. Nobody's going to give it to me. Like, literally, like, shyness ain't helping at all. Like, there's no reason to be shy. Like, if who cares, like, if people judge you or whatever. People are still going to judge you. People are still going to criticize. But again, that's because they criticize themselves. That's because they're judging themselves and they're in this negative space, So that was like an eye opener for me, because I had to go out there. I had to find my way. I had to get myself into college, And, but what really, really helped me and what will help you is just not judging yourself. Loving yourself. Love yourself first, and don't judge yourself, and stop comparing yourself to other people. Because if you're judging you, that's like then you judging others, you know? Like you're like, oh, you know what I'm saying? And you don't want to compare yourself because you are you and they are them. You know, you guys are that, like, everybody's different. Everybody has their own thing. They're, you know what I'm saying? And oh, I feel like I have something like right here. And like now, like with the college, you know, like whatever, like, you know, me reaching out, like, you know, kind of going out there. After that, like, I started kind of going out of my way for some things, you know, and really like kind of challenging myself. And like, you know, with whatever it was, like, dude, like it was just literally the littlest things for me, like asking for help or whatever. Um, you know, even like at school, um, and I would like challenge myself, like, dude, just go, like, do it, like, you know, like, and that was like another thing too, where I kind of started to talk to myself more and really motivate myself, because I've always kind of talked to myself, you know, but it was like, you know, like the things that people say, like, oh fuck, or like, oh man, maybe I should do it like this or do it like that, but like really, like, you know, like motivating yourself, you know, like saying some affirmations. At first, you know, I didn't know back then like they're really affirmations, but I'd be like, you know, like, I got this, like, I'm smart, you know. And that's another thing to like really help you get out of that shyness shell, out of that shell, you know. I thought about it like that, you know. I'd be like, fuck, like, I'm just in this little shell, you know, and like I didn't, you know, I didn't want to come out. And that's really what shyness is, just keeping your true self in and not expressing and not showing it because you're scared. And it's okay, you know, to be scared, but that's how you'll grow, you guys. That's how you will grow, and just honestly not giving a fuck. Like, who gives a fuck? And like, you know, if people judge you, that's because they're, oh shit, they are judging themselves. Like, don't pay attention to that. That's on them. They have some thing going on, because like, who the fuck judges people, you know? And saying all this like mean shit or whatever, just, that's literally on them. Like, they have something going on. Do not pay attention to that, you know. Like, people are going to criticize you. People are going to judge you. You're really not going to please everybody. You're not. But that's okay, as long as you know who the fuck you are. And that was like what I learned, you know, with being with me, hanging out by myself. I learned myself. I learned what I love about myself and what I didn't, you know. And it's okay if there's things that you don't really like about yourself, but do something to improve it, you know? Do something to help you grow on about it, you know? Like, if it's body image, whatever it is, you know, like, do something. If it's your skin, your acne, do something about it. Do your skincare. Eat healthier so you get some nice, healthy, glowy skin, you know? That's that that's basically it. Like, who gives a fuck, you know? And that's what really helped me. Just, I'm telling you, I went through that I don't give a fuck stage, but just learning me and learning to love myself, all of me, you know? And it just feels good, like, to bring out the real you, and just because there will be people who do support you and, like, you know, like, appreciate you if there's anything that you have to share, you know. And that's how you'll find the real people to connect with, people similar like you, not people who are like this person you're pretending to be, you know. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of it. That's really kind of it. There wasn't much. I talked a little bit about how I was really shy, but it's just not giving a fuck, you know, like, and learning you, appreciating all of you, and just loving you, you know, because if you're just shy, like, you ain't growing, you ain't, you know, like, you're just there in your shell. You have to get out of your comfort zone, you know. And that was like with me today, like how I said, it's me getting more out of my comfort zone and just not giving a fuck about, you know, I'm still thin, but who cares if, whatever the fuck people say. Like, I love creating content. I love me for who I am, and a little comment, a little judgment, whatever, is really not going to affect me, because I would literally wish you healing and self-love, because you're probably judging yourself. But yeah, I mean, I just wanted to share that because it just took me back to like the little shy Liz. Like, you guys, if you guys knew me, oh my, I was so shy. Like, I was one of the shyest girl. And again, like, with me, being by myself and all that, I learned it to talk to myself. And now it's like, I mean, I'm not really like, I'm outgoing, to what I really want to be. And it's not like I'm out here trying to make friends or whatever, because I I know who I want to give out my energy to. I'm not just gonna give out my energy and time to anybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just gonna talk about some fucking stupid ass shit, some random ass shit. No. You know? And but now it's like I know how to talk, like I'm not shy of going to just the store, just like being out like I go out by myself now. Like, it took me back to that too. Like now, like I love being by myself, like I love doing everything by myself. Like it's just how much I've grown, and it was just a moment for me today. And if you guys are still just get out of that shell, you know, just love yourself. And who gives a fuck about what anybody fucking says, But I just wanted to share that, my peeps. And, give you guys some tips, I guess, of how I said it. How I overcame that shyness, because I mean it wasn't that long, and it's like it takes like a while, but that's it's all growth. It's literally all growth, and it's all about learning about yourself too, and just loving yourself. Like now, I'm telling you, I can have a conversation with a complete stranger, but it depends on what the fuck you're talking about and shit like that. But like I'm not shy anymore, like I used to be shy of just people complimenting me or something, or like just getting near me. Like, it was crazy, guys. Like I was so shy. But yeah, I hope this video helped you. And you know what I'm saying? Don't forget to speak good vibes to you guys. Speak good vibes to others. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.